Hello guys, welcome to ServiceNow Master. In this video, we are going to understand ServiceNow Developer interview questions and answers. Our first question is, can you explain the difference between a glide record and a glide Ajax in ServiceNow? The answer is glide record is used to perform database operations like create, read, update, and delete on ServiceNow tables from server-side scripts, whereas glide Ajax allows us to call server-side code from client-side scripts asynchronously. The scenario, you can say, you need to fetch user details and display them in a client script. You use glide Ajax to call a server-side script that uses glide record to retrieve the user data. Our next question is, what are the UI policies and how do they differ from data policies? The answer is UI policies are client-side scripts that dynamically change the behavior of form fields based on conditions, whereas data policies enforce data integrity rules on the server side, ensuring data meets specific criteria before being saved. The scenario is you want to make the priority field mandatory when the incident state is set to critical. A UI policy can be used to enforce this rule on the form. The next question is, explain how you would integrate ServiceNow with an external system. For the integration, it can be done using REST or the SOAP APIs in mid-server or the integration hub in ServiceNow. The REST messages or the SOAP messages can be configured in ServiceNow to interact with the external systems. The scenario, you need to send the incident details to an external ticketing system. You configure a REST message in ServiceNow to send incident data to the external system's API endpoint wherever a new incident is created. The next question is, what is the purpose of the ServiceNow update sets and how do you use them? Update sets get capture changes made in the ServiceNow instances, like the configuration, code changes, creation of the tables, fields, business rule, client script, etc., except the form layouts, and can be used to move these changes from one instance to another instance. For example, you have made configuration changes in your development instance and want to move them to the production. You create an update set in the development instance, capture the changes, and then move the update set to the production instance for the application. The next question is, how do you troubleshoot a slow-running ServiceNow instance? It is the most trending question asked by the interviewer in the recent times, and the simple answer is troubleshooting involves the checking system logs, reviewing the slow queries, analyzing performance metrics, and optimizing scripts and queries. The scenario you can answer: users report slow response times when accessing the incident form. You use the Performance Analytics dashboard to identify long-running queries and scripts. You find the poorly optimized query in a business tool and refa- refactor it to the improve performance. The next question is, describe how you handle error logging and debugging in ServiceNow. Error logging is managed using the system logs, and debugging can be done using the script debugger tool and gs.log statement. Scenario: a scheduled job is failing to execute correctly. You use gs.log to log messages at the various points in the script to identify where it fails. You then use the script debugger to step through the script and find the root cause of the error. The next question is, what are the ServiceNow workflows and how do you use them? Workflows automate multi-step processes in ServiceNow. They consist of activities like approvals, tasks, timers, and can be triggered by various events. For example, you need an approval workflow for change request. You create a workflow with the approval activities for the different stakeholder groups and configure it to the start when a change request is submitted. If all approvals are granted, a change request moves to the implementation stage. The next question is, how do you create and manage service catalog items? Service catalog items are created by defining catalog items, variables, and workflows. They can be managed through the service catalog application, where you can also configure user permissions and categories. For example, your organization needs a new hardware request catalog item. You create a catalog item for laptop request, define variables for model, RAM, and storage operations, and associate a workflow that includes approval steps and task assignments for the IT department. Next question is, explain how you would implement a scheduled job in ServiceNow. Scheduled jobs are server-side scripts that run at a specific intervals or the times. They can be created and managed through the scheduled jobs module. For example, you need to send a monthly report of open incidents to the IT manager. You create a scheduled job that runs a script to generate the report and email it to the IT manager on the first day of each month. Next question is, how do you handle record matching and duplication in ServiceNow? The record matching and duplication are handled using the data policies, transform maps with the coalesce field, and the duplicate management feature in ServiceNow. For example, you are importing customer data from an external CRM system. To avoid duplicate records, you configure the transform map to coalesce on the email address field. This ensures that if the record with the same email address already exists, it is updated instead of creating a new record. Additionally, you use duplicate management feature to regularly check for and merge duplicate customer records. That's all for this video guys. Thank you for watching.